Hi everyone, my name is Sandra and welcome to BT Crochet. In today's video, we'll be making the 6-inch crochet band. Today's project, we'll be using this worsted weight acrylic yarn, 3.5mm hook, my stitch marker, a pair of scissors, yarn needle for weaving in our ends, a measuring tape. So we'll start by making a slip knot, we chain 3. And we are starting with the head of the bunny. So chain 3 and slip stitch into the first chain, chain 1 and make 12 single crochets into the ring. Now we've come to the end of round 1 and we need to tighten our circle to make sure that it's tightly closed. We take off our stitch marker and slip stitch into the first stitch. Remember that the chain 1 at the beginning does not count as a stitch. So for round 2, chain 1 and we are going to make 2 single crochets into each stitch all around. We are going to get a total of 24 stitches at the end of round 2. We've come to the end of round 2 and we have 24 stitches. So to start round 3, we are not going to make a slip stitch, we are rather going to continue to make a single crochet into the next stitch. And we are going to make 1 single crochet into each stitch all around. So you can pause the video and continue and I'll meet you at the end. So we've come to the end of round 9, and we are supposed to get a measurement of 2 inches. Now with round 10, we are going to make 1 single crochet, decrease all around. So we insert a hook into the first stitch, grab it, insert into the second one, grab it, and pull through all 3 loops. Insert a hook, grab a yarn, insert to the next stitch, grab your yarn, pull through all 3 loops. We are going to repeat this all around for round 10, and at the end of round 10 you're going to have 10 stitches. So this is the end of round 10, and I'm now going to stuff the head of the bunny. This is my microfill. You can use an old pillow that you have or leftover yarn that you have. The head of the bunny is fully stuffed now, so we are going to start with the neck. For the neck area, we are going to do 1 single crochet in the first stitch, and then 1 single crochet decrease in the next stitch. Insert your hook, grab your yarn, insert into the next stitch, grab your yarn, and pull through all 3 loops on your hook. We are going to repeat this pattern for round 11. So round 11 is done. To start off with round 12, you are not going to make a slip stitch. We are going to make 1 single crochet into each stitch all around. That's for the neck of the bunny. The neck of our bunny is done now. We are going to begin the body of the bunny, and we are going to start by making 2 single crochets into each stitch for round 13. Two single crochets into each stitch all around. Don't forget that you need to mark the beginning of your stitches because we are not ending with slip stitches, and so you can get confused if you do not mark the beginning of your round. Round 14, we are going to make a repeat of 1 single crochet, and 2 single crochet into the next stitch. So we are making an increase because we are going to have a bigger body than the neck, so we need to increase. 1 single crochet and 2 single crochet into the next stitch till we come to the end of round 14. We are going to do another increase round for round 15. We are going to make 1 single crochet into the first stitch, 1 single crochet into the next stitch, and 2 single crochets into the third stitch. So this is going to be our repeat for round 15. For the rest of our rounds from round 16 to 20, we are going to make 1 single crochet into each stitch till the body measures 2 inches. So 1 single crochet into each stitch all around until we get a body measurement length of 2 inches. So we are done with round 20. We are going to start with round 21. We are going to do 1 single crochet decrease all around for round 21 till our body closes, but we are going to stuff our body before we close it. So once the opening is quite small, I'm going to stuff the body of the bunny. The body of the bunny is fully stuffed now, so I'm going to finish off my closure by making one single crochet decrease all around until the opening is fully closed. Once you get to the end, you chain one and cut off your yarn. And I like to sew through any gaping stitches so that my stuffing doesn't come out. The head and body of the bunny is all done now. You're ready to begin with the ears. For the ears, we are going to make a slip stitch. And we are going to chain 3. Going to slip stitch into the first chain to make a ring. Chain 1. And we are going to make 10 single crochets into the ring for round 1. We are at the end of round 1 and we are going to slip stitch into the first single crochet. For round 2, we'll chain 1 and make 2 single crochets into each stitch all around. At the end of round 2, you're going to slip stitch to the top of the first single crochet, chain 1 and single crochet in each stitch all around for round 3. At the end of round 3, you are going to slip stitch to the top of the first single crochet, chain 1, and we are going to repeat round 3 till the ear measures 1.5 inches long. So I'm going to take a measurement to check, and I'm halfway through, so my ear is 1.5 inches long, and I'm going to continue by making one single crochet decrease into the first stitch, one single crochet into the next, one single crochet decrease, one single crochet into the next stitch. We're going to repeat this for this row. So this is the next row after your ear measures 1.5 inches. You're going to do a decrease round. Okay, so we are at the end of that round, and we are not going to make a slip stitch. We are going to continue, and we are going to make one single crochet until the ear length is 3 inches. Here we are, our ear is done. I'm going to measure to make sure that we have a 3-inch bunny ear, and we are going to repeat this pattern for another ear so that we have 2 ears. So you chain 1 and then you cut off your yarn, but you do not weave in your ends yet. We are going to use that to sew it to the body. You are going to make another one of this. Now we are going to start with our leg. Make a slip knot, chain 3, and slip stitch to the first chain to form a ring. Chain 1 and make 12 single crochets into the ring. It's going to feel a bit fiddly, so you're going to have to push all the 12 stitches into it so that your legs are tightly closed, because you're going to stuff our legs as well. Make sure you pull the tail of your ring to close the gap. We are going to make a slip stitch to the top of the first single crochet. Remember, the chain 1 does not count as a stitch. For round 2, chain 1 and make 2 single crochets into each stitch. So this is an increase, and you're going to have 24 stitches at the end of round 2 of the legs. To start off round 3, we are not going to make a slip stitch. We are just going to continue making 1 single crochet into each stitch all around, and we are going to repeat this for round 3 to round 5. So 1 single crochet into each stitch all around until we get to round 5. We are at the end of round 5, and so for round 6 we are going to make a decrease. We are going to make 1 single crochet decrease into each stitch until it closes off, but we are going to stuff our leg before closing, just as we did for the body. Our leg is done now, and we are going to make another one of this. So we have 2 legs for our bunny, and we are going to use the end to sew it to the body. We are now going to work on the hand of our bunny. Again, we are going to start a slip knot, chain 3, slip stitch into the first chain. For round 1, we are going to chain 1 and make 10 single crochets into the ring. Remove our stitch marker. For round 2, we are not going to make a slip stitch. We are going to continue making 1 single crochet into each stitch all around until our hand measures 2 inches long. So remember, at the end of round 1, you did not slip stitch to the first single crochet. You will continue making 1 single crochet all around until your hand measures 2 inches long. We are not stuffing our hand, so chain 1 and cut off our yarn. We are going to make another one of this. So we have 2 hands, 2 legs, and our ears ready, and we are going to sew them to the body of the bunny. I'm now going to sew on the eyes and the nose of the bunny. I prefer to sew them on rather than using the safety eyes. I think sewing them on is much safer for younger babies. So I'm choosing to use my white yarn. You can use black or brown or any color you prefer. And I'm going to sew on my eyes. I use the sewing pins to mark where my eyes are so that I can get them right. I'm now going to work on my ribbon. So I measured 7 inches long for the ribbon, and I'm going to use my sewing needle to put it together and then attach it to the bunny. This is how our bunny is looking, and we are going to start with the skirt. For the skirt, you measure around the body of your bunny, the exact measurement. You could do this before attaching your hands so that it's less fiddly for you. Mine is 6.5 inches. For the materials for the skirt, I'm using a DK yarn, a hook 2.5 millimeter. I'm going to start by making a slip knot and chaining the length of the circumference of my body, which is 6.5 inches. I'm going to slip stitch to the first chain. I'm going to chain 2, and I'm going to make 1 double crochet into each stitch all around for round 1. So at the end of round 1, I'm going to put my skirt over the bunny to the waist area, and I'm going to hold it to the body using sewing pins. You could also decide to finish off your skirt before putting it over the bunny, but I wanted a tight fit, and so I did it this way. So now I'm going to slip stitch to the first double crochet. I'm going to chain 2, turn my work, and make 3 double crochets into each stitch all around, and that's going to give us the ruffle of the skirt. At the end, you slip stitch the first double crochet, and our skirt is all done. Now I'm going to use the tail end of the skirt to attach the skirt to the body of the bunny. So remember, the sewing pins are holding the skirt to the body, and I'm going to now sew the body together with the skirt. So here you have it. Our bunny is all done, and this makes an amazing gift for a newborn or a toddler. You can make it in a different color to suit your baby's preference. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more baby crochet tutorial videos.